Hey everybody, welcome back. Here we are again at Snap 3 Performance, and I just want to give you kind of a rundown on where things are, what we're doing, kind of getting everything wrapped up with major big jobs that I had going on with the construction deal I do. I'm getting some of these engines wrapped up that I got going on for my buddy Justin. That we're almost at the tail end of that, so we'll get to see that thing run soon. We're gonna flip the camera around. I'll show you where we're at, everything in the shop. We did a big cleanup. I think it looks great. I think it's gonna be easier to work now. We got a bunch of things out of here and into storage. So here we go. You guys remember the 366 big block Chevy that we ran? I don't have this off the stand yet. It's just sitting here. It's kind of in my way at this point. I want to get it off of this run stand and get something else on here. And this thing's supposed to go into the 72 C30 dump truck that I have, but I've been using the heck out of that thing. I just don't have time to be swapping engines while it's running so good with the 350 that's in there. So this is going away soon. We've got the 93 C1500. This thing's got a 5.7 Vortec engine that we dropped in here. So we're gonna be doing a wiring harness conversion on this. You might want to watch that for the 5.7 Vortec to TBI conversion. This harness that's in this truck has already been butchered, so it may not be the best representation of connecting to the existing truck harness. But I'm going to show you how we make the 5.7 Vortec harness a standalone, basically, and we'll just have to hook up an ignition, fuel pump, things like that will run off the factory ECU. So I've even included, I put the factory ECU bracket because what this is a 93 Chevy, right? Back in 93, they only had the TBI engines. They had a 4.3, a 5.0, and a 5.7 available, and they were all TBIs. So I got this engine out of a 98 Suburban, and I stripped everything else that went along with it off, and I've been detailing stuff and getting it powder coated and put in. So it'll be a 98 setup. We're going to convert the air conditioning hoses to be nice and neat and look like factory. Pretty much, this thing's going to look like it grew here. It's going to look exactly like it would have looked if it was in a 98 Suburban or 98 Silverado for that matter. The cool thing about this truck is it's a factory 5-speed. It's got the 5-speed in there. It's got, I think it's a 373 rear, but it's an open differential, so we're going to put a pause unit that I have laying around in it. So it's just going to be a fun truck. The paint, obviously, the paint looks great. I did the paint here a while back. That turned out terrific. The wheels are just dummy wheels to move it around on. The interior is kind of rough. The dashboard, you can see the dashboard's all cracked. I got a like new dashboard up in the attic from Carlisle swap meet. So that's got to get dyed and put in. And then, it's missing a bunch of the other panels. I didn't take those out. They're missing. So I've got to either source them or I have some of the pieces around. But typical stuff missing on these trucks. These things were all abused. But paint's nice on this one now. All suspension's brand new. Frames blasted, painted. All the suspension's rebuilt. So I did all that stuff already. Put a set of headers in there with the O2 sensors welded in down below. We'll extend the wiring for those. And that's it. This is just me a driver. It's no performance, real high performance. It's got a stock cam. It's a roller cam. So the thing is, I know some of you are probably thinking, why the heck would I put a Vortec 5.7 in when I can do an LS or anything like that? First of all, I got this engine for a smoking deal. It was in a 98 Suburban. I paid $500 for the thing. It had a crate engine in it that only had 20,000 miles on it. It was a GM Goodrich engine. I took it all apart, looked at everything, checked the bearings. This thing is really like brand new. Everything's brand new. The sides of the piston skirts, the cylinder walls, everything is new in it. That's really the reason why. How could you pass up a $500 engine it's like brand new? Plus, I scrapped the vehicle and got some money for that. So what do I have invested in this engine? $200-300. I think it was worthwhile conversion. And I didn't have to buy any of conversion mounts or anything like that, being that these trucks came with a 5.7 or a 5.0. Everything I just bought regular mounts for a 350 for an old small block. It's got the Vortec style intake, so that's the poppet injectors, but this one is converted to the electronic poppets. So there are no longer poppets in there. It's got a little injector at the end of each poppet tube that plugs in, and each injector actually does its own job rather than the injectors being in the wiring harness area and then giving the fuel out to the poppets, which was a failure area for these things, and it was always a headache. So that's that. That's what we're doing with this. We'll show you all that. We've got the '89, the C1500 Pro Street truck. This thing's definitely taking a turn here. We haven't worked on it much, but we've got big plans. We're gonna start getting a roll cage in here. We're gonna finish up all the suspension in the rear. We gotta build the wishbone. A bunch of other stuff has to be done to this. I mean, we had a tremendous amount of work. Winter's coming. We're gonna be really digging our heels in here with this thing and getting going. Interior's got to be taken completely out. I got to take the dash out, run all the bars through the dash, get everything fit back in. Yeah, it's going to be a project, but it's going to be sweet when it's done. We got to body work the bed. We got to get all that finished up, do all the sheet metal work in the bed, get the bars through the back window. Yeah, a lot of work, but it's going to be cool. So if you've seen some of the older videos, I had the 55 Chevy in. This is the four-door that we're going to convert to a two-door. I've got the new quarter panels. I got a new roof skin, quarter panels, the rockers, the floors, all that stuff. This thing here is going to get put on the back burner for a little while because I just can't do all these. I just don't have the time to do all these projects. I do have the parts, so that's not the problem. It's just literally having the time to focus on them is tough. And then coming over here, you saw this 57 Chevy. This was in some of the earlier videos that I did there. And we've got sheet metal work to start doing on this. Well, we already started doing it, but we're gonna do more. Got some patches that have got to go in, rocker panel on this side. I got to modify the transmission tunnel. We started cutting out for the 6L90 transmission. We got to finish doing all the, the floor pan is in, but it's really just tack welded in. I got to finish it. We're gonna mini tub this thing. Also, something cool that some of you might really be interested in seeing is that we're gonna do a set of Caltrax with leaf springs from Caltrax, and we're gonna move all that inboard of the frame rail. So we're gonna move an inboard of the frame rail so we can fit a fatter tire under here, because these things actually have room for a pretty big tire, but from the factory, they put the spring on the outside, so you lose like 3 or 4 inches of tire. So we want a little bit meatier tire under here, but we're not gonna cut the frame. We're not gonna do any of that. Get that bigger tire under. We might lose we're gonna lose the spare tire well, but who cares? And then, I don't know if any of you really saw this, but this was the one we did in LS. It's a 6-liter in here right now with a 6L90. I notched the frame so the alternator fits. Everything's gonna fit in this one. Right off of a 2012 Camaro. It'll all just bolt right in there. And then on this side here, we gotta do the quarter panel. So I don't know what order yet. We're gonna be working on all this stuff. I'd like to definitely get the that 93 Chevy up and running. So I think that between sorting some other things out, getting the materials for the roll cage started in that truck there, the 89, and this truck here, the 93, we're gonna get the wiring harness that we're gonna start sorting out for that. So I'll have to get a schematic and just pin everything out. And I'll show you how I lay it out, how we do that. It's pretty simple stuff. I'm not the first one to do this, but we'll go over it. This is kind of the Vortec 5.7. I think it's a great swap. It's a really cheap swap. You can find these things at pick and pulls all over the place for a couple $100 now. And like I said, if you already have a small block in your, let's say your 85 square body or something like that, you don't have to buy the mounts. You don't have to change your bell housing. You don't have to change your clutch or your torque converter, your flex plate. You don't have to change your exhaust. You drop a 5.7 in, you're not going to get the LS performance, but you're going to get something that's got a lot of torque and it's going to run really good with a few minor modifications. These things run great. I've got one in my 98 Tahoe that's it's got over 250,000 miles on it. It's never been opened up except for the intake manifold gaskets that always go bad on these things every 100,000 miles. So that's it. That's all I've ever done to that thing, 250,000 miles other than change the oil. So tell us what you think. Let me know if you think we're on the right track with what project we're starting on, where we're headed. Oh, I didn't mention the Buick up there. That's a daily driver we have. That thing there is completely stock, numbers matching from front to rear, 350, turbo 350 tranny. The only thing I changed is it's a 336 posi rear, so it's a little got a little more get up and go, and it's got a dual exhaust. It came with a single exhaust from the factory, so factory AC car. It's just a fun driver.
All right, everybody, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really hoping you guys enjoyed that video, and make sure to drop a like and subscribe and comment down below to tell us what your most wanted project is next out of everything he just showed you there today. And in the description, we're gonna have a link to Hot Rods by Havlicks. They've always helped us out on our channel and supporting us. The Bucket List Mob, they've always helped us out. And Deal Brothers, they're doing awesome stuff on YouTube. Go check them out. And of course, go check out Wrenching with Kenny. He's been definitely our biggest supporter throughout our whole YouTube career. And thanks again, guys, for watching. See you next time.